Shh, is this a surreptitious gaming laptop in disguise? Well, let's find out. Alright champs, let's get rid of Windows Home and let's get some Windows Pro. Copy and paste my code from the description, new codes, new discount. You can get Windows Professional, Office, paste my code. Boom, it's Windows Pro time. Righto, tally-o there champs. Now, if you're new around here, come on, sub up, join the Woo Train, hit that bell, ding-a-ling-a-dong, and be a champ. Come on, give me a like. Now, today I'm reviewing the Razer Blade Stealth base model. Now, you can get this with a GPU. This one is Sans GPU because you can actually get it with an MX150, 25 watt and 4 gigabytes of RAM actually too. So that's pretty good. I'm not sure why they sent me the one without the graphics card, but anyway, I'm going to review it as it is. This is the base model with no graphics card. So this is an Ultrabook that you'll compare to the XPS 13. If it had the graphics card, you compare it to the MateBook X and, you know, some other laptops that have GPUs in them as well. But, you know, it compares to the X1 Carbon, ZenBooks, Spectres, stuff like that. The most crowded segment on the market, the 13-inch Ultrabook. Now, this one here you can get in Australia for about $2,400 at the moment. And in the US, I actually seen it for $1,499. That's with the graphics card. Now, initially they were like $1,800 or something like that when they come out. $1,499, that's not a bad price with the graphics card. Now, when it comes to specs, the model I have here has the 15-watt i7-8565U, 16 gigs RAM, and it has 256 gigabyte SSD, which you can upgrade. That's the only thing you can upgrade, is that the RAM is soldered on. Now, as I said, mine doesn't have the graphics card. Now, when it comes to this Ultrabook, some people don't need or want a graphics card. If you can afford it and get there, just get the one with the graphics card, because this is one thing that separates this from, you know, say the XPS 13 or something like that. It does have that graphics and it can help with gaming and video editing. Now, the build quality is typical Razer, very nice, CNC machine, precision milled, unibody chassis, aluminium, matte black finish. It doesn't have that green logo on the back, so I'm happy with that. Nice, classy, understated. I do wish they had that, you know, mercury color, the white one. They do actually have a pink one, but it's not the kind of pink I like. It's a bit more of a pale pink. But if you want a pink one, you can get a pink one. Very thin and light, only 14.8 millimeters thick and 2.82 pounds or 1.28 kilos. So if you were going to compare this to, say, the 13-inch MacBook Pro, much thinner and lighter. And yeah, it is a tiny package. Thin, light, you're not going to notice carrying this around. It has one Thunderbolt 3, one USB Type-C and two USB Type-A 3.1s, microphone and headphone combination jack. Happy with the port selection, although I would have liked to seen two Thunderbolt 3 ports. There are laptops like, you know, the X1 Carbon that do have that, and no SD card reader. Sound is actually really good for an Ultrabook. A lot of Ultrabooks have terrible sound because they're so small and they're tinny and they distort. This one has good sound. It's not MacBook Pro quality, but it is up there for the 13-inch category. Keyboard and trackpad, I would say good keyboard. No complaints. RGB keyboard, nice amount of travel, and going from a good keyboard to a great trackpad. That is a great trackpad. One of the better Windows ones. Nice, smooth, gestures work well, nice click. You'll be happy with it. Now, there are multiple versions of the display. You can get a 4K. This one here is a 13.3-inch Full HD matte display, 100% sRGB. I'll give it that. It was close enough. It's a beautiful Full HD display. Color accurate, nice contrast, nice viewing angles. It does really look good. So no complaints there. And with the Full HD, you're going to get the long battery life. And talking about battery life, you have a 53.1 watt hour battery, 65 watt charger, as I said before. And yeah, I could easily get 8 hours with this. And I could easily expect if you lower down that brightness, you could get 10 hours battery with, you know, just web surfing, YouTube, stuff like that, productivity, Word and stuff like that. Of course, if you're doing more intensive tasks, the battery life will go down, but very good battery life. Now, the performance, when it comes to the performance, when you're talking about this base model, yeah, they all pretty much perform the same, these Ultrabooks. Within, you know, a beast diaphragm, there's not much difference, but this one can maintain higher clocks for longer because at the end of the day, this is built to have a graphics card in it as well. So when you have it without the graphics card, you know, it's not even thermally challenged at all. Like I could get even clock speeds of over 3 gigahertz when I was rendering and constant clock speeds in Prime 95 of up near to 3 gigahertz. Where a lot of Ultrabooks, you know, that clock will drop down to 2.2, 2.1, some even lower. It is really good with thermals. If you add the graphics card, I don't know, then you're using power for the GPU and you're adding extra heat. But in the Ultrabook form, it is right up there in the elite category for thermals. Yes, you can edit 4K video with this, but you can only play basic games without the graphics card. If you get the graphics card model with the MX150 and the 4GB RAM, the differences here is you can play AAA titles at low settings, 720p, maybe some 1080p, but you couldn't do that on the one without the graphics card. When it comes to rendering, one of my projects will take nearly 50 minutes on this Ultrabook without the graphics card. If you add the MX, it's going to take like 28 minutes. So there's a big difference in rendering time. Heat, noise, with this one, it's not really an issue. Doesn't get that hot, doesn't get loud because it can handle much more heat because obviously you can get it with the graphics card. So in a crowded market of Ultrabooks, where does this sit? Well, at the prices I looked at today, $14.99 US with the graphics card model, it's very competitive, if not better than most Ultrabooks if you have that graphics card. There are other ones with this graphics card too, like the MateBook X. Should do a comparison. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Give me a like if you think I should. I think the thermals put it, up in the top bracket of 13-inch Ultrabooks. So if you can pick it up for that sort of price, I'd recommend getting a graphics card. Yeah, you're getting a good laptop that can get the job done for video editing, gaming on the go. It's not a gaming laptop. It's not a content creation machine. With the graphics card, it is better than every other Ultrabook. And without it, really, it's just going to come down to your personal preference with all these Ultrabooks because it's such a crowded market and there's so many good ones. But I have to say it is one of the better ones in terms of overall package because of the premium design, nice display, good keyboard, good trackpad, ports you want. Yeah, it's up there. So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments. And until next time, guys, tally ho.